Welcome to Apples and Oranges. I'm one of your hosts, Maddie.
What's up? I'm Jack. I'm the other host of this podcast. Welcome.
And in this show, Apples and Oranges, we do our fun little take on debating, where us and a guest will go. We'll each be given a random topic, and then from there we'll pick something within that subject to debate in favor of, and it's completely random what topics you might get, and thus we're debating apples and oranges. I might be debating in favor of a sitcom, and Jack might be debating in favor of a fruit, but so that means that I could be debating Frasier over strawberries. And with us today, we have the wickedly talented, very funny comedian, good friend, writer, and Jack's beau. It's Molly Winiarski.
I'm so excited to be here. What's going on?
Welcome back.
I know. I feel like I've not been since you guys upgraded your setup. This is pretty crazy.
You were here in that like sweet middle ground between of an era between.
There were no cameras last time I was here.
No cameras.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of like a movie star. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we're actually surveillance maxing. So the two cameras that the audience sees is just part of like a series of a dozen cameras within this crib.
Do you have another one in the bathroom?
Two.
For when you have girls over?
No. We scrub all the data. It's just important. It's safety. It's about safety. It all gets deleted 31 days after.
Yeah.
Just in case. Some would do 30 days. I think it's
Jack's
not
always
smart.
so pressed about his hard drive. What's on the hard drive?
I do have multiple hard drives laying around, and you know what?
One of them
It's a lot of
is just
storage. It's an expensive it's an expensive security expense.
But it's all worth it.
It's all worth it. Yeah.
Have you seen any cat burglars? I haven't.
No,
No.
you're secure here.
The only time I ever saw a cat here, he disappeared shortly after. But
Where's this cat?
he was burgled.
There was a cat on the fire escape, and then I made sure we never saw him again.
Yeah, Jack killed it.
Jack burgled the cat?
No, the cat was watching us, and
That's not safe.
it's not safe. It was observing. Like the thing is, the cat was surveying us. It was surveying us, and I'm like,
I don't even
something's
know that
off.
it was a real cat.
You know, that's true.
It could have been a drone.
No, you know what? I know it was a real cat because once I dealt with it,
It bled.
oh, I know what the inside of a cat looks like.
Well, on
On that note,
Molly, you've answered this question before twice on this podcast, and yet this time around, I still feel pressed to know. I'm still so curious. Have there been any updates? I'll say any updates in the world of debate experience.
no, me and my dad got into a pretty heated conversation about Israel-Palestine, but
Oh yes,
that neither of us were swayed. So
alas, it was a draw.
yeah, it was a draw. It was mostly, I think we both just had some aggression we needed to get out.
Yeah,
Well, we're actually gonna have Netanyahu on next week.
yeah.
We're his next stop.
Let me at him, coach.
Well, we're his next stop after the Nelk Boys.
Yeah.
He's trying to appeal to young people, so we're gonna have him on, and
He should debate Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast would destroy him. Mr. Beast is actually like the Drake of YouTubers.
I think what you're sort of missing between the lines here is that Mr. Beast is Netanyahu's successor.
Oh. Have you tried his chocolate? Mr.
Have I
Beast
tried-
chocolate?
I did. You gave me.
Oh, right. Yeah,
you gave me his chocolate.
Yeah, because that's the story I wanted to get into. Was they sent like 1 million boxes of it to my office, and it tastes kind of like dog shit. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you're just biased. I bet it tasted delicious.
I watched all of Beast Games with you.
No, it was like we watched 4 episodes of Beast Games.
That
and
felt like all of it.
no, it was sick. Beast Games is great.
I've gathered it's very repetitive. It's kind of the same type of game over and over.
Could not tell you what any of the stakes were.
Like every other challenge is just like you have to drop out and quit the game in order for your team to win, and it's all about self-sacrifice.
That was like the thing that kept repeating for sure.
And they just like the floor would drop out from under you like at a water park.
Yeah,
that was my big takeaway. That I want to go to a water park. Putting that out there.
Sorry, when you say go to a water park, you mean like own and operate your own water park where you can create the most complex corkscrews and things of that nature?
I'm not even that ambitious, honestly. I just want to go. I just want to go and vibe out
This is a promotion for going to a water park.
and vibing out. Splish
That's true.
Splash? You ever been to Splish Splash?
Have I been to Splish Splash? We're from the same area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say probably.
The worst water park I ever went to was Zoom Flume in East Durham, New York. It was like down the
Oh.
street from my granny's house, and all of the slides were made out of concrete. So you would go down and you would just like your legs would get so scratched up, and then you would land in this pool that was like ice cold, just full of like creek water. It was disgusting. And I had to go every summer.
Jeez, concrete slides.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And they had these like little foam mats that were like almost like if you sliced a sponge in half, like the long way.
Yeah.
And it was just you would ride those down and they wouldn't do anything because they would all get like worn away at the concrete, and then you just
Jeez. That
good thing there were no sharks.
Hey,
Blood in the
there were no
water.
sharks. That sounds like a terrible water park. Huh. No, I feel like I never consistently went anywhere water park wise as a kid. No. I feel like
Do you know
I
how
guess
to
I would have
swim?
had to. Do I know how to swim? Yeah, I can sort of swim.
Yeah, okay. I already had a feeling as soon as I asked. I was like, I could see Matt not knowing how to swim.
I feel like I learned how to swim officially. I got my certification at
Certified swimmer.
certified swimmer at Camp Mohawk.
Get a purple sticker for that.
Probably. No, but I was late to it. I went to day camp, and they were like, you have to like pass the swim test to be able to do like free swimming.
Mm.
And it took me like a lot of the summer to do it.
How old were you?
How old was I? Maybe 8.
Yeah, that's on the older side for sure.
It is on the older side. Yeah. I had never like learned to properly, and I was kind of like scared of the water.
Scared? Yeah, you were scared of the water. My problem was I was not scared of the water, and I should have been
Oh.
because I thought I could swim from a very early age, and I could not, in fact. So
Did you like almost drown?
yeah, a couple times.
Whoa.
My parents had to stop letting me be around water
Wow.
without supervision. I had to have wings on for the first 5 years of my life.
First 5 years of your life. That's why not? I
But you know, babies can swim.
Yeah,
You
but maybe not all babies.
know, you've seen those videos where they chuck the baby in the water and then it's just like,
You know, I've seen 3 babies that can swim. I don't have proof. That's not enough proof that every baby can swim.
Where do you know 3 babies?
I've seen 3 videos of them like tossing a baby in the water, like you say, and
Mhm.
it can swim. What I'm saying is,
Do you classify that as
that's
swimming or
anecdotal. That's only 3. We don't know all babies can
Also,
do that.
No,
Are they
because
really?
they're
Are they
in-
really swimming?
They're in fluid in the womb, the
No,
embryonic.
I feel like they're floating. They're kind of just vibing, like
Well,
a
I don't
swimmer.
know. Like I feel like
Who
Yeah.
would win, a baby or Michael Phelps?
I feel like
How many
swimming and-
babies would it take?
I think swimming and floating are kind of different skills, kind of different things.
if you could do one,
It's a
you're halfway
transferable
there.
skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
much to think about.
Much to think about.
And 2 topics to talk about
On this podcast.
on this very podcast.
Wow.
All right, Molly,
Yes.
you're going to debate in favor of a sea creature, Matt, an action movie.
Sea creature. That's I feel like you're giving us each sort of our wheelhouses. Action isn't quite
what's
so much my
You know what's kind of interesting though is
my
it's just
genre.
what the thing generated.
wow.
But if I did assign, I wouldn't. Yeah, out of these 2, I knew exactly who to give each of them.
It's true.
This is on theme too. Shark
That's
Week.
true.
Yeah.
Happy Shark Week to all those who celebrate it.
Yes.
And
Beautiful time.
you really should get off work. I think it's messed up that you didn't get off work for Shark
I wanted
Week.
to call out yesterday.
An action movie. I've got one.
I'm trying to think of.
I think the greatest action movie, and I think the greatest action movie I think is so novel and so fun and so exciting, that it contains way more novelty, in its existence, as more so than any sea creature ever could. That is my primary thesis.
Okay.
And the movie is Speed. The movie is Speed. 1990. 1994, and it is about it's about a bus that's rigged with a bomb, but the bomb will blow up if the bus goes under, I think it's like 50 miles per hour.
It's a great movie. I will give you that.
So the bus has to speed all over, I think it's LA. And that alone is way cooler and more interesting and exciting than any experience at SeaWorld or a SeaWorld adjacent resort. And I yield my time.
Well, I think I might argue that the ocean is filled with the most novelties that there could possibly ever be. I mean, we don't even know half of what's down there. And that's part of why it's so scary. I think, honestly, Matt, you might just be coming from a place of fear because we know now that he is scared of the water. I think
I'm good with the water.
of you said you were scared of the water earlier.
I said it was.
I think the number one sea creature is probably going to be the killer whale. I'll be honest with you. They are apex predators, very smart. You might say, but they don't fill up movie theaters. And to that, I would say Free Willy. Free Willy 1, Free Willy 2, Free Willy 3, and then the Free Willy with Bindi Irwin. That is 4 whale movies. And that's it. That's that. That's that on that.
All right. The floor's open.
I am shocked to learn that there's so many Free Willy movies. What is Free Willy all that good?
If you asked me this question 15 years ago, the answer would be yes.
Okay. All right. So I guess, yeah, you get all those movies out of the killer whale, but I don't know. You just need one movie. You just need one Speed, and yeah, they did Speed 2, Cruise Control, but it's forget about that.
Fast and Furious 9.
Yeah. No, but that's just cars. This is a bus. And let's talk
so
about
like
it.
a mega car.
Keanu Reeves. Fantastic. He's great in it. Sandra Bullock especially is really good. And then especially, Keanu Reeves is like the base. We build up Sandra Bullock. Who's better than Sandra Bullock in that movie? A late career Dennis Hopper.
In that?
He's the villain, and he's amazing. He is fantastic in that movie. He's like absolutely deranged. It's wonderful. And killer whales actually do kill, no?
They kill, yes, in captivity. But I would argue but I would argue that makes them fascinating. If anything, it's fuel for drama. People love a freak accident. They love an animal attack, and that's what keeps killer whales in the news while they're domestic. I do think, though, the fact that their fins flop, you know about that?
No.
They have like a fin flop if they're in captivity, and then their fin, when they get released, gets erect again, which I think is very, very funny. And it's a big plot point in Free Willy.
Oh, the fin flop.
Yeah, the fin flop and like the dorsal fin becoming erect again is like a sign of the whale being home.
Oh.
But the villain in all of those movies is always humanity. It's mankind and our quest for power. And I would argue that is far more universal than some bus shenanigans.
I guess what's so universal to me about the bus shenanigans is who hasn't sometimes felt that life goes too fast.
Do you ever feel like you're being pulled underwater? Because that's what happened to Dawn Brancheau, whale trainer.
Oh,
she was
shit.
pulled underwater. He thought her hair was a fish, and he grabbed it, and he would not let go. And now they are not allowed to have killer whales at SeaWorld anymore until they all die.
Wow. But I think I've never felt that way, but you know how I've felt? Like I was a speeding bus going through LA. And eventually there's that, what's the fear behind it? What's the excitement? Will the bus crash? Will they have to slow down and explode? And I think that's relatable in this sort of modern grind of everyday life. I think speed is incredibly always relevant, and I think the killer whale thing is pretty relevant only to killer whales and other weird slippery animals like that.
Do you know how fast you can ride when you're on a killer whale?
They
ever
would
s-
let you ride them.
The SeaWorld trainers before Don Brancho's death, yes, absolutely, they were allowed to do that.
Wow.
They would ride
crazy.
on them. They would surf on their heads. Like
Jesus
I
Christ.
swear to God. No, if you look up a clip of like old SeaWorld, they were
Rude.
doing the most. It was like the Katy Perry TikTok videos of like her jumping on people's heads. Like it's crazy. They were so involved, and I think that that's the tension of like being with an animal that powerful that you know could easily destroy you in like a second. That's far more thrilling than, hey, is this bus gonna crash? Buses crash every single day, Matt.
And I would never want one to, but it's nice to see it in movie form. Whereas I think the terror of the killer whale is too overwhelming in a sort of visceral, real world way.
But we like shark movies as a society.
But only in movie form. Jaws is way better than a real shark.
This is true. This is true. I'll
Mhm,
give you that.
This is true.
But I will say the orca whales are so beautiful.
They're cool in like a sort of like blimp kind of way.
And and you know they like it when you pet their tongue.
When you pet their tongue,
Yeah.
I would never trust them to put my hand in their mouth. I would never trust them.
And that's why you and I will never be the same. We're on different levels, Matt.
Yeah, that's true. You're a certified fish. You're a certified fish. I guess that's really what it comes
I'm
down
a fish
to.
head.
You're a fish head. Oh, that's a pretty good one. I'm imagining like a fish head kind of on like a stick.
That sounds unethical.
But that's what I imagine like what a fish head sort of logo is. I guess that's fucked up. That would be against the whole I guess that's more like the logo for me, like a fish hater.
Fish hater, yeah, fish head. Or like maybe that's like a treat you give a killer whale on its birthday. A little like fishsicle.
I think they would enjoy that.
Frozen fish action.
Fishsicle.
Fishsicle, yeah.
It's a frozen fish stick.
It's a delight. A delicacy.
Wow. Well, I don't know. It doesn't have Keanu Reeves. That if you were to
It has Bindi Irwin, heiress to Australia's most royal family.
what you talking about? The royal family in England, the Queen,
No.
the
No, I'm talking about the Irwin dynasty.
Irwin dynasty. Oh yes,
Steve,
yes.
Terry, Robert,
Sure.
Bindi. I don't like the way they're sexing up Robert, I'll be honest. I think it's
They're
fucked up.
What do you mean they're sexing up Robert?
They're like he like keeps doing all these shirtless like underwear model stuff.
How old is he?
I mean, I guess he's allowed to do that, but it just doesn't sit right with me. He's an orphan.
Him being an orphan.
I also did not think he was into women, but he had a girlfriend.
Oh,
So there's still hope. Jack, watch your back.
That guy. Anyway, I'm actually ready for some. I'm ready for some closing statements.
okay. Who do you want to hear from?
Molly, you go first.
I've had a whale of a time here on the podcast today. I'll put that out there. At the end of the day, you can form an attachment or a connection to a movie, but it will never be reciprocal. It's kind of like a parasocial thing. Whereas with a whale is a real living creature that has thoughts. It has a soul. It has dreams, especially if it's in SeaWorld. It has dreams of getting out of SeaWorld. And I don't know that you can even really weigh a living thing against speed. It's a great movie, absolutely. So much respect to Miss Bullock. But at the end of the day, a whale yields a lot more power. And I'm more worried about whales than I am about Sandra Bullock. I yield my time.
All right. And I think speed is simply better, truer in a sort of universal sense than these killer whales. It doesn't kill. What it does is it fills you with the excitement of fiction, of a of escapism danger as opposed to the real danger of a killer whale. I think that all the performances in the movie are great. It's really fun and entertaining, and it's one of those movies that like sort of has like a fourth act. Like the climax just keeps going.
Like a SeaWorld show.
And not like a SeaWorld show. And it's simply a blast from front to back. And everyone should watch Speed. And I don't yield my time yet. I just want to say these killer whales, they suck. They're bad. I bet they smell bad. If they came up on the air and were sort of like on like a beach for a while, I bet they'd smell bad.
They'd be dead.
Right. My point is, yeah, they're stuck underwater, which I think makes them stupid. They never learned how to breathe air. That's
They do breathe air. That's why they breach.
But they don't do it well. So it's like you got to come back. It's inefficient. They're
Nah, what do you think a
evolutionarily
blowhole is
inefficient.
for?
We got out of there. They're the idiots that stayed back there. And that's that. I yield my time.
Okay. So this is, I mean, very strong debates on both sides, but honestly, I was
If
just
you
sort
don't
of
give it to me, we're breaking up.
I have to revise my answer. All right, so this one is a tie. But
No, I just.
here's my I just have some takes. I was just doing some Googling and look at this creature, bro. Putting your hand in its
That's
mouth.
insane. Look at that.
So
That's
it looks
so
like something
insane.
from Dune. And then look at the guy on the left. On
No,
the
literally, they
surfing.
surf on their head. That's right.
He's just
I thought I
surfing on
wanted
it.
to be a SeaWorld trainer until I was like 10, and my best friend called me and she told me that she was a psychic and that she had a dream where I was going to get killed by a killer whale. So I didn't become a SeaWorld trainer. Former
See-
podcast guest, Juliette Klusek.
That's right. I forgot that she's a psychic.
It's just a little anecdote
Yeah,
she
like,
decided to
what?
drop on us in 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those creatures are insane.
I think they're just too sus to give it to you. I also agree. Speed is great. And when Matt, I really identify with the I am the bus. Like, yeah, like if I were to think I'm a whale or a bus, like I'm a bus. Like there are two types of people.
Whales and buses.
Yeah, you choose.
These sound like derogatory terms for fat people.
No. It's just it's yin and yang. It's like
It's the fat yang. It's all there's no dichotomy. We're all spiritually fat.
Blubberful.
I feel like a bus is kind of lean. It's big for a car, maybe.
Gas is oil. Oil is fat. Gas is not oil, is it?
Gas is made of oil.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so then, boom.
Ah.
Just clowned you.
Fuck. Well, Jack, can I get a hold of that? Because I'm ready to give you guys some topics.
Let me cue it up real quick. I just refreshed it and I got to load the topics back in real quick. But
Oh, sure.
what a splendid debate, y'all.
Yes, absolutely splendid. I'm ready to take a back seat here and now see how the couple, about a year later from last time you were on, I would think.
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Molly, you're going to be arguing in favor of a leisure activity. Jack, you're going to be arguing in favor of a celebrity.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
Well, I'll
I've got
fill
my
in.
celebrity.
Okay, perfect.
Tom Cruise.
I'm going to be picking a spa day.
Okay.
This is my leisure activity.
Nice. Who would like to go first?
Whoever you would like.
Okay, Molly, why don't you go first?
Well, a spa day. Everybody loves them. Everybody wants to be relaxed, feel like them best selves. They just want to feel like them best selves. And what better way to put your best foot forward than to indulge, to pamper yourself, to really just life max, honestly, is what I would call going to the spa. It's a rejuvenation and rejuvenative experience. Something, really only very elite people get to do. Not everybody can afford to go to the spa. I mean, you could self-care at home. That's maybe a little bit more accessible. But at the end of the day, I'm so pro just taking a day to clean out, and what better place to do it than the spa? I yield my time.
All right, and Jack.
Spa day is nice and on. It's nice to feel relaxed, but what really gets people going is a total freak. And Tom Cruise is a total freak. He'll just like yell at people on the sets. He does all his own stunts. And of course he's a Scientologist, which makes him kind of like a cultist wizard in a way. And I think, yeah, he's a total freak, and a spa day is just lame. I yield my time.
All right, the floor is open.
Would you rather spend a day at a spa or a day with Tom Cruise?
Day with Tom Cruise, easily.
Yeah, as soon as I said it, I was like, I actually know what your answer is going to be.
Imagine what you would do with Tom Cruise. It would be a day with Tom Cruise would be you'd get up at like obscenely early and you just listen to him talk for like an hour as he gets ready. Probably, yeah. But you probably have sex with a fish head. You probably kiss your son in the lips.
Did he do that?
I'm sure, probably.
Yeah, he gives off that energy.
Yeah. And then you just watch him do stunts all day and just glaze people all day and then yell at people a few times, and he snaps because Tom snaps. And a spa day, you just kind of you like lay down and like you're relaxed, but like, you're not really cleansing your mind. Like you're kind of it's so indulgent. You're so like pampered out. With Tom Cruise, you're like at any second you could get screamed at.
Tom Cruise is a deadbeat dad.
He's a locked in pa.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
he's not seen his daughter in years. She recently dropped his last name. I hope you know that. She's just going by Surrey Holmes now.
Well, look,
because he's so horrible, she had to distance herself. So I'll put that out there.
So he's a freak. Exactly. He's a total freak.
He's a total freak.
And he
might benefit from a spa day, honestly.
I'm sure he's
help him reset the mind.
I'm sure the Scientologist spa has pleasures we could not even fathom.
I was just thinking, there's no way he doesn't have regular spa days.
The Scientologist spa is probably that's like take me there. Like
that is the true overlap of your subjects. That Tom Cruise definitely enjoys a spa day.
He for sure does. I feel like he gets IV treatments. You know those like hangover IV treatments.
I'm sure he gets blood transfusions with like.
That's how he stays so youthful.
Yeah. And the Brian Johnson vibe.
Well, I would say that the spa could probably fix most of your problems. Tom Cruise might make them worse.
No, Tom Cruise, it's not about problems. It's about Tom Cruise is just a total enigma. And a spa day is
an indulgence.
Trivial.
But it seems trivial, but like you don't know how badly that person needed it. Like maybe that was like the thing that was going to keep them from killing themselves.
And I could say the same with Tom. Imagine Tom would just hype you up. Like at the end of the day, I didn't finish the whole day with Tom Cruise. The end of the day, after watching him glaze and like do stunts and like yell at the director and like get really chummy with people, he get really chummy with you at the end of the day.
Get blood transfusions.
Getting blood transfusion or two, gym again in the evening. Phone calls, talking to the agent. Anyway. It's like 9:30 p.m. and he's like winding down and like you're in, his trailer or whatever. And he gives you like 20 minutes where he actually like looks you in the eyes and is like looking at you and like gives you a pep talk and like gas you up. It's like, listen, man, I think you're going to be the greatest. And like here, and like he starts to convert you to Scientology and it's like, hey, take this card, And I think that would prevent someone from killing themselves.
Do you think Tom Cruise has a spa in his house?
No, I don't think Tom Cruise has an address.
I think Tom Cruise probably has a spa in his house, and it probably...
Tom Cruise has a woman named Spa in his house.
and he snaps. He goes, Spa.
Spa. Yeah. Well, Tom Cruise probably couldn't live without the spa, but the spa would continue to exist without Tom Cruise, and I yield my time. No, we're done with that part. We don't yield time anymore, do we?
Not
Are you
necessarily.
ready for closing? Or should we? I've got way more Tom ammo. The spa. It appears the spa
the
is
spa is fizzling out.
much like the.
So let's hear
Hear
some closing
closing.
statements.
A man who climbed the Burj Khalifa, who did a motorcycle flip over a cliff, jumps off the cycle, holding on to a plane, a C-130 as it takes off. Are these a feat of a man? They're a feat of Tom Cruise. And spa de schmade. There's spas everywhere. Spas lead to perversion. A foot spa? Ugh, there's too many spas. There's only one Tom. Now you my time.
I don't know that Tom Cruise would be able to do his little monkey dance the way you'd like him to if he didn't attend a spa regularly. He's got to keep his body in peak physical form. He's got to be mentally really in a good space. And he probably spends a lot of money on treatments to keep him that way. And it would be unrealistic to think that he does not frequent the spa. And for that, I would just say that spas have been around forever. Tom Cruise is just a fleeting moment in time. Spa is a state of mind. And that is all.
All right.
Spa is a state of mind would be a sick tagline for a spa.
That's pretty good. I think it does have to go to spa.
Oh, snuck up on ya. I didn't see that one coming.
I disagree. That was mine. Tom is a state of mind. I could go on.
Go on.
No, I think I think your description of the day with Tom Cruise, like that was your whole selling point, and I think your description failed to live up to the hype.
Look,
So-
you know
You
what?
guys
It was
didn't
a
do any
scary day.
physical stunts.
You know what? I could have really given you an idealistic day with Tom Cruise, but no. That's
You guys-
what
it would both be you guys reaching for a stool so you could get something from the top shelf.
That's so true. I bet he's going to get the height surgery in the next few years.
Yeah, you know, yeah, it's gonna be like a bunch of like unknown actors looking to get their like first role, and like Tom Cruise,
Tall
most famous
Cruise.
actor.
Tall Cruise? That's a great character idea.
Tall Cruise.
Tom Cruise, but he's tall.
He's just on stilts.
I think Jack should play him. Did you see we got a comment on one of our TikToks on YouTube Shorts that said it was a comment and it was like, is that Tom Cruise or something?
It's probably just my mom.
Yeah. Wait, what was your grandma was telling me that you always look like George Clooney. I was like, he has white hair.
Yeah.
Oh, you kind of look like young Clooney.
I don't see
The
it.
hair's completely different,
I
but
don't see it.
No.
You're a
I
handsome
just
fella.
look like a white dude, I feel like.
I feel like you've gotten Tom Cruise before. I feel like I remember
Because I'm a freak, is why I just give off that energy. I don't think I
you
look
gotta
like
stop
Cruise.
leaving fish in the toilet.
Also, I am just like 5'4", so there's that too.
that's true for anyone updating Wikipedia pages in the in a future year.
Yeah.
4.5.
He's 5'4.5".
Yeah. I round up to 5'5" or 5'5" sometimes, but not always.
Yeah, because actually I'd heard
It's
that you're actually
holidays.
kind of closer to 5'5" than 5'4". So really, it's actually 5'4".
No,
5'5"
but-
actually makes more sense.
You know what it is? It depends on the humidity and the moisture in my bones that day. And have I been sleeping? How tall am I going to be today? And the thing is, I have like a height difference. Like some days you'll catch me on a tall day and it fluctuates.
Oh yeah. On a tall day, you're easily 5'7".
No, I'm usually 5'6" on a tall day. Short day, 5'3". Are we ready for another? Let's see.
Let's see how are we doing over there.
We've got time for one more.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Let's freaking go.
You're going to pass the.
Yes.
Let me take it.
Ah,
Thank you.
all right. One final round.
Woo, woo.
All right.
I'm ready.
Molly,
Yeah.
ice cream flavor, Matt, weapon. I'll tell you quickly what my choices would be for these. Ice cream flavor would be Dubai chocolate Labubu. Matcha. And what weapon? Would I choose?
Well, I know what I would choose.
I think I know. Yeah.
Okay, I would
Here
choose
for-
lightsaber.
Hmm?
But what is yours, Matt?
Fuck. No. I would pick a flamethrower.
Okay.
I was gonna pick Neapolitan ice cream. Hot take, I know,
Oh, no,
but
that's a great choice, Loki.
I'm here. I'm
Go
here
ahead.
to please the most people I can, and I think that's the most diplomatic answer. Would be Neapolitan. You get a little taste of everything. 3 colors. Holy Trinity. 3 is a holy number. Ice cream brings people a lot of joy. Flamethrowers do not. That is all.
All right, Matt.
All right. The thing about this in this debate, I'll just set the narrative here. You might be arguing in favor of something holy, a holy flavor, but I guess from where I'm sitting, it doesn't really matter what flavor you picked because I am Satan, and the flamethrower will melt the ice cream no matter what. So in a battle alone, the flamethrower wins no matter what choice.
But is this a test of durability or is this a test of which is better?
I'd say durability is a category of betterness.
I would measure betterness by how much joy it spreads. And I've never seen somebody super excited about actually one time my dad got a flamethrower and he was really excited.
Yeah, he got really excited. And audiences were very excited when Rick Dalton pulled out a flamethrower and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Sorry, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So, I audiences ate that up.
Yeah, but it was with a degree of separation. Whereas you don't want to watch a video of ice cream. You want the ice cream in your hand.
I do
Right?
not want ice cream in my hands. It would be
in a
sticky
cone in my
and
hand.
runny. But
You
what
don't
I
want
would
a flamethrower in your
what I
hand.
would like in my hand is a flamethrower. It seems like a real blast. I'll also mention with ice cream. So what you picked is a sort of a milk toast ice cream option. 3 popular flavors, a real crowd pleaser. Try to appeal to everyone, appeal to no one, that sort of thing. Because they are in the ever-evolving world of ice cream, all 3 of those flavors are basic as fuck and not satisfying to the modern Gen Z, Gen Alpha, TikTok addicted palate.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry we don't have Moonbeam ice cream.
You should be sorry. That would have been a better choice.
Yeah, it actually totally would have been. Can I change my answer? Strawberry ice cream. What are you talking about? Always delicious. You get a serving of your fruits in there.
I think back to a joke that's stuck in my head from it's like a throwaway joke from John Oliver. At one point, he was making fun of Neapolitan ice cream, and he referred to strawberries as for perverts.
Well, I guess I'm a real sick freak because I love me some strawberry ice cream.
Wait, that's so funny.
So I don't know, that joke resonated with me, and it seems real.
Perverts would have a flamethrower.
No, I think not. I think no pervert would have a flamethrower. It's too, because there is a holy vengeance to flamethrowers. It's just flames. No slicing, no shooting, just flames.
Burning
It's
people
natural.
alive.
It's natural. It's natural. I'm gonna keep saying it until we all agree. It's natural.
Ice cream might not be natural, but it's man-made and it's a testament to mankind's creativity.
Man-made. I think these. I think this is patriarchal thinking.
Woman-made.
I think. Thank you.
Person-made.
I just
Cow-made.
Cow-made. Yeah, and that's also part of it. Is that these flavors are based on the exploitation of these cows, and this ice cream long predates any sort of vegan option. And vegan Neapolitan, that sounds like 3 lame vegan flavors.
That sounds like the name of a improv group.
Vegan Neapolitan. You know,
It
that's a pretty good name
absolutely
for an improv group. We're sort of vegan Neapolitan in a way.
Flamethrowers can't be good for the planet. They probably use gas, so
Potentially butane.
also bad for the planet. Expensive. Ice cream, you can find ice cream in any city in America. There's always gonna be a jaunt.
They actually don't have any ice cream in this one town. Sort of like it's this very Christian town. They actually turned it into a movie, but they instead of banning ice cream, they changed it to dancing. They thought it was more cinematic.
Oh, dirty dancing.
But Footloose.
Oh.
But nevertheless, I confuse those movies also. But I believe Footloose. Anyway, this is all a long way of saying ice cream. Those flavors of ice cream are overrated. We're so much further from that. We've come so far.
We've digressed.
Chocolate chips and cookie dough and just like a drizzle of like chocolate inside of something.
The Tonight Dough.
The Tonight Dough, Ben and Jerry's, any Ben and Jerry's
Cherry
flavor.
Garcia.
Cherry Garcia. My personal favorite is a very embarrassing one to be a fan of just because they picked a dumb name for it, but it's Netflix and Chilled. Netflix and Chilled is amazing.
S'mores?
No, it's like kind of peanut butter centric. Chocolate and peanut butter and some other great stuff. And it's wonderful.
You'd never catch me glazing a flamethrower like that. Listen to him talk about ice cream.
But that's not the flavor you picked. You picked a boring flavor. Now let me glaze flamethrowers. Ooh, flamethrowers. They're so fun.
Sexy.
They're so sexy. You know what? As far as weapons go, kind of right. Because as far as I've seen them in movies, they're like really big and kind of wide. It's sort of like in the orchestra of weapons of war. The flamethrower is sort of like the double bass or like the harp. Something really
The orchestra and the weapons of war. Legendary.
You could not fit it in your pocket, but you could put ice cream in your pocket.
you would have a terrible time.
All right, I'm ready for some closing statements.
All right, who do you want to hear from?
I want to hear from Matt first.
Okay. Yeah, flamethrowers are just so sick, really cool things. Fire is amazing, and everyone loves fire. It keeps us warm, and a flamethrower is a great way to do it, especially if you're in sort of like a war environment. And it's, I don't know, shows up in movies and I imagine video games a lot in a very fun way. I imagine it's kind of an outside the box weapon. And as far as Neapolitan goes, not durable to flamethrowers or any other kind of flame. Bad in your pocket, bad in your hand. And that's just ice cream. And then we get into Neapolitan specifically. It is 3 milk toast, lame-o old school flavors in a world of enchantments. I yield my time.
What I'll say to this is that flamethrowers, bad for the planet, expensive. Also, just kind of a feeble attempt to capture or control a natural phenomenon, fire. And I would say the beauty of ice cream is that it was born in the minds of people and created by the people for the people. I don't know if you're really ever going to find somebody who's like, I don't like ice cream. And if you do, send them my way because I'll have words with them. Ice cream is for everyone. Neapolitan ice cream, you know what? It might not be your favorite, Matt, but somewhere in the world it's somebody's favorite, and it will probably please the most people if they have a little bit of their preferred flavor. And that is all on the matter.
All right. Well, 2 very strong arguments. But I think I got to give it to the flamethrower.
That's fair.
Wow.
I should have picked Moonbeam ice cream.
I think that was the moment when I realized the flamethrower. Also, it's also just, I really like that, flamethrower can just melt the ice cream. It can defeat it instantly.
Yeah, you're right.
But Moonbeam ice cream.
That I
definitely,
think that would have given me a run for my money.
That would have won if I thought of it 5 minutes earlier.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a tie. Because you
Jack-
thought of it mid debate. It's a tie. It's a tie.
Yeah. Well, and Jack would have won the last debate if he had named Benson Boone instead of Tom Cruise. So
So true.
True.
Yeah.
Benson, when's he coming on the pod?
Benson, actually, very sincerely, I feel like this gets very ironic. When we're like, this person should come on. Hey, come on the podcast. I'd love to have Benson Boone on here. That'd be awesome. Benson, please.
Benson, we could see if you could do a flip in our small ass room.
He breaks something.
I truly want nothing more. For years of doing this, we kept saying we wanted Ben Shapiro on the podcast. I so sincerely want Benson Boone here.
Yeah.
Well, I think this concludes the
Yeah, this
episode.
concludes the app. I think we got to think about
Yeah,
more
that's
plugs.
true. But before we conclude, we have a new feature on the podcast. Could you pull up the document here? Forget what the what it's called.
the actual document. I don't remember. Do we have a name for it?
Oh, I wrote a little note in our in the podcast document.
Let me see. Is it in the Google Doc or is it in the notes?
Google Doc.
Let me
It's
find it.
okay. Basically, we are going to have our guest here, Molly,
Tis I.
add a topic to the generator.
Okay.
Yeah, like a category that you think should be added to.
Yes, and it could be anything, and yeah. So that's what this this last segment is, folks. I hope we all enjoy the new segment. This segment is sponsored by
Articles of clothing.
Articles of
Very
clothing.
good.
That's good.
It's been added.
Great. Well, thanks for coming back here.
Well, I thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Always a
of course.
pleasure. Always fun.
Anything you'd like to plug?
Stand-up shows, just generally. Go Fish Comedy. You should follow if Josh ever gets his shit together. At Josh. You can leave that in there. My parents' divorce. I don't know. No, nothing.
All right, and I sort of plugged it earlier, but I will be plugging Speed because I think this film is underseen with our generation. It seems so. Other people in my sort of general age bracket, which I imagine is the majority of the people listening, watch Speed.
You guys are about to get a huge spike in 11 to 12-year-old listeners.
Yeah, I think
Hell
it's
yeah.
gonna be a pretty.
Well, you know what? That's a great movie for 11 to 12-year-olds because that is like a perfect action
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. My plug. Speaking of Speed, my movie plug is Speed Racer.
Oh yeah, 11
Just
to
so good.
12-year-olds. Gotta listen to that.
Yeah,
Watch that as
Speed
well.
Racer is so good. And speaking of Speed, the Ultimate Running League. I want to
Yes.
plug the URL. Be on the lookout for that. It should be, the time this comes out, content should be flowing like wine. We'll see.
Great.
Yeah. Well, everyone, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. And,
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
thanks for
And
coming
we
on.
will catch you back here next time, hopefully, on another episode
Woo.
of Apples and Oranges. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Better